Okay, boys and girls, we're going to go ahead and use partial product here to multiply 32 times 56. Follow along if you feel like you need some more practice, and then we'll go ahead and do some review. The first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to look through my ones place, and I'm going to go ahead and multiply 2 times 6. I know that 2 times 6 is 12, so I'm going to go ahead and write my product right there. My next step is to move over and look at the 30, and I am going to multiply 30 times 6. Now, if you feel like 30 times 6 is difficult, you can go ahead and break this down into some basic math facts and do 3 times 6. I know that 3 times 6 is 18, but since I'm not doing 3 times 6, I'm doing 30 times 6, I need to make sure I have that 0 in there for that tens place. So instead of 3 times 6 being 18, I know that 30 times 6 is 180. My next step is to go ahead and move over into the tens place of my second number. So now I'm going to be looking at 50 times 2. Again, if this is too difficult, we can go ahead and break this down and make it a little bit easier and make it into a basic math fact as 5 times 2. Now I know that 5 times 2 is 10. But again, I'm not doing just 5 times 2. I am doing 50 times 2. And because of that extra place value, that tens place, I need to make sure I add my 0. So I know that 5 times 2 is 10, but I know that this is really 50 times 2. So I'm going to add that 0, and I will get the product of 100. My last step in multiplying here is going to be 50 times 30. I know that 5 times 3 is 15. I also know I have 2 zeros I need to add for my place value. So I know that 50 times 30 is actually 1,500. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and take these numbers. I'm going to add all my products together to get my total. So this is pretty easy. I know 2 plus 0 plus 0 plus 0 is 2. 1 plus 8 plus 0 is 9. Oops, if I can write it. 1 plus 1 is 2, plus 5 is 7, and then 1 plus nothing is 1.